Stop this madness! I command you in the name of the sun! Oh my gosh, are you crazy?
Today, I'm going to talk about a game that quite literally came out of nowhere for me. I remember hearing about it at E3, but outside that, I didn't really pay any attention to it. What am I talking about? Puppeteer. Puppeteer is one of the best games I've played on the PlayStation 3 since The Last of Us. Its presentation values alone are just second to none. It's incredible. It's as if you're sitting inside a puppet theater and there's this show that's going on all around you as you play. So like you'll actually see the curtains open as the stage begins, and then they're drawn at the end. There's a crowd that's always clapping at you. You'll see sort of like there's like a lighting person or whatever that's shining a spotlight on you in the darker stages. Things like that. It's absolutely awesome. The story is also a hoot. You play as Kutaro, a boy whose soul's been whisked away to the moon, placed inside a puppet, and he's lost his head. All done by the evil Moon Bear King. Basically what you want to do is locate a couple of artifacts, bring it in to the king, and go back to normal. Now, because you've lost your head, you're in search of a new one. And heads play a key gameplay role here. Each new one that you find unlocks a certain power-up, if you will. These are crazy things. Like, for example, there'll be a spider one where when you use the power, you can call upon a special spider that will throw you up into a bonus stage or maybe help you progress and like to another area. But you can't just use these powers like on the whim. There's only certain sections where they're absolutely required, and that brings in some strategy and replay value because you're going to want to replay certain stages with the proper head. You can only hold 3 heads at once. It sort of acts like your health bar. And when you lose all your heads, that's pretty much it. One hit will remove 1 head. There are also a whole bunch of special power-ups, and it all begins with these magic scissors. Eventually you'll unlock things like bombs, a shield, and much, much more. But the scissors in particular unlock just a wealth of gameplay mechanics. For example, there'll be a stage in the forest, and you'll notice that from one platform to the next platform, it's so far, like you'll never be able to jump to make that. And so what you do is you'll see that there's like glowing leaves, and if you jump and cut, you can actually cut along the leaves. As long as there's something to continuously cut, you can actually stay in the air forever. And Puppeteer really shines when all these different gameplay mechanics come together. That's when the level design truly shines through, and it makes it so awe-inspiring. But Kutaro isn't alone in his journey. There's actually another sort of helper character, as I call it. You use the right analog stick in order to move this character around, and they're very useful for locating different heads or other secrets. But what's cool is that a real-life second player can actually take hold of the helper character and, you know, locate things that you might not see because you're paying attention to the platform. So that makes it really, really interesting. The second player can also use the move controller if they want, which makes it really, really helpful to locate secrets during the faster-paced levels. Final thing I want to mention is the fact that the boss fights rule. They're sort of like God of War inspired. So you face these giant creatures most of the time. There's some minor pattern memorization and quick time events, but it's just, I don't know, they feel so epic for this being a platformer. Also, guess I should mention that this game's only $40, which is pretty damn amazing. There are 21 levels. It's going to take you around 10 hours or so to complete the game, and that's not unlocking absolutely everything. There's just a wealth of content here that I just did not expect. This game just totally took me by surprise. Now, I know some of you guys aren't going to like some of the quick time events that pop up during boss fights, but it's not overused. One thing that kind of is overused is the fact that there's a lot of different cutscenes. Now, thankfully, there's typically one long cutscene in the beginning of the level and one long cutscene at the end of the level, and all of these you can skip if you so desire. So that is Puppeteer on the PlayStation 3. I was absolutely shocked. I ended up playing the game pretty much from the moment I got it to the moment I completed the game in one sitting. I just stopped to have something to eat in between. That doesn't happen to me often, guys. So if you've got $40 burning a hole in your pocket, I highly recommend you check out Puppeteer. It's one of the best platformers I've played in quite a while. For the full written review, hit up projectcoe.com. Thanks for watching.
After him, Kataro! Pew! Fizz-a-bang! Oh, I love the sound of fireworks, don't you?
Do